John, you've talked a lot about the resolve of your group over the year, and even how sometimes they play best when like in January when maybe their backs, quote unquote, backs against the wall. What do you think you'll see from your group, knowing all that and everything they've shown you this year, tomorrow night?
I've said this from day one. This group's given us everything they have. Sometimes maybe the result on the scoreboard wasn't what we wanted, but the effort was always there. And that's why I've loved this group is they just never quit. Like there's always fighting the dog left. And I think any coach will tell you he would take a team like that anytime. And so I don't expect 9 months of going to war with each other to change now. They're a bunch of gamers.
First of all, any chance Brandon's status is updated for tomorrow's game?
Yeah. Well, he's not playing tomorrow. So there it is.
Okay.
And it's, why.
Does a game like last night really show the importance of details at this time of the year? Right, like you couldn't get the puck out a couple of times, the coverage in front of the net on 2 of the goals, just those small details that lead to big moments.
Wait, I'm sorry. Say it again. Like,
does a game like that show you how much the details matter at this time of the year? Right, because you missed a couple of clears on the tying goal, the first 2 floater goals where both guys were open in front of the net, those kind of type of situations.
It's the playoffs, and so you can probably look at most all the goals scored in the series and pick out the reason why, both ways. Like, why did it happen? Well, that happened, that led to that, that led to that. So can we classify those as details? No question. Can you classify them as maybe the group was fatigued? No question. There's so many different parameters. When you get in such a tight checking series where quite frankly, there's not a ton of scoring chances going either way. When one goes in, it can be magnified. But there's also been times, too, when there's been some massive mistakes made on both sides, and the puck didn't go in the net. So then it's not really talked about. So call it what you will. There's been it's been some pretty strong hockey played. And, there's just a team that's capitalized on a break more than we did. And hence, instead of it a 2-2 series or 3-1 us, it's 3-1 them.
Coop, 15 of your team's 20 shots on goal in Game 4 came from defensemen. Has that just been a point of emphasis for your group, or does that point to how they're defending?
Well, I think... I don't know. I just looked at the shot attempts in the series, and I think it's 220 to 213 or something like that for us. So I don't know. We're getting them. We're getting the shots. Maybe not. They're all not getting through, but we're shooting the puck.
Coop, you talked on Saturday about just the culture that's been set here, right, and the experience you guys have built in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. You lose, like you said, Hagel's going to be out tomorrow, or just watching that hit, the players watching that hit on the ice. How do you guys pull from that experience? Is this the time where you kind of lean into that?
Well, there's that catchy word called adversity, so. It always the script doesn't always go as planned, but I tell the players, let's be the ones that write our own story, and we go from there. So you take this group and the belief they have, we'll just step forward and try and write our own story.
Are you surprised in any way the tone that the series has taken in terms of physicality? I know you don't like answering questions about the hits, but they have been a topic maybe more so than some of the good hockey that has been played.
Yeah, well, that's I mean, it's, players are missing games because of it, whether it's physically or by the league. So it's like, of course, it's going to be talked about. But along the lines, I think if anybody's followed Tampa and Florida over the last, 5-6 years, this is kind of how these series are. This one's, probably a little different in that sense of, some of the, major things that have happened, but they're usually, these are hard fought series.